Patrick, we've got something exciting for viewers today. You are joining us for an exotic remote location. I don't know very much about what we're going to discuss today, but welcome to the show in your car. For people who haven't seen you before, you are a Navy veteran. You're the founder of the Xingle company. Tell us what we're going to be talking about today.
Yeah, thanks for having me on again, Jason. I live pretty close. I was born and raised in Clearwater, Florida, which also happens to be the global headquarters of the Church of Scientology. Um, they've been in proximity uh, to me for my almost entire life. And it just occurred to me. I said, why don't I go down there and talk about, the corruption that's going on in the city, the failed buildings, the failed projects, government contracts that they've done, their 501(c) status, because I don't think a lot of people know the actual nuances of Scientology. So that's kind of what I'm trying to give people today, show them what Scientology really does to a city.
Yeah, it's an interesting subject. I mean, I think people have had a lot of questions about Scientology for some time. And just based on our past conversations, Patrick, I have a feeling maybe your grandfather, maybe your own personal experience, you probably know quite a bit about some of the intrigues surrounding Scientology with Jack Parsons and what's the guy's name?
Yep.
L. Ron Hubbard, all the weird stuff those guys got
Yep.
into. So what are we going to do exactly? You're there on location. Fill us in.
Yes. So I was going to walk around downtown Clearwater, show everybody all the empty buildings that Scientology owns. Was going to show everybody their flag, as they call it, which is their global headquarters. Um, was going to show what the downtown waterfront does and what the city of Clearwater has done versus what Scientology has done um, to the city. The abandoned buildings, Tom Cruise's penthouse, which I'm actually parked right in front of. So I'll show you
Whoa.
guys that. Yeah, it's a weird looking place. So um,
Wow.
the rain just let up, so we can start this thing. So um,
Absolutely. Let's do that. Take us on a little tour here,
all
Patrick.
right, here we go.
People should follow you on X at CEO Single.
Here we go.
No, it's a nice day there that the rain has cleared up.
Yeah, I mean it's a beautiful city. This is the city of Clearwater, Florida. Um, it's just about 20 miles west of Tampa. And if you guys look here at this gray and white building with the blued out windows that are almost mirror like, that's where
Hmm.
Tom Cruise lives.
Wow.
Um, and I believe he just moved there not too long ago. It's a new building. It's only about 2 or 3 years old. Um, and then we have the main drag here, which is Osceola Avenue. You have the historic Capitol Theater and all these old buildings. Now, this is something weird, and I drive by it just about every day. So, Jason, if you want to look into it, I'll show everybody the sign here. But in Tom Cruise's building, there is an office, there's a business here, Valor Capital,
Hmm.
which I've never heard of. I don't know what they do. I don't know if they're affiliated with the church, what have you. Um, so maybe you can look into that. Um, but here's the most interesting part. Um, if you see those bollards across the street in front of the Capitol Theater, and you see all those tables, it's basically a road, but the road is completely closed off. Cars can't go through. That's because of the Church of Scientology. So in 2017, they were supposed to develop all of this property that you guys see behind me. Baycare Sound, Coachman Park, historic Coachman Park. There you have the causeway in the distance going to Clearwater Beach. But Scientology was supposed to do all this in 2017. It was supposed to be an $84 million project that they never went through with. So
Huh.
that's kind of what I'm going to talk about today. Um, I'm going to go across the street here, Jason, over to Cleveland Street. Or
Okay.
so can't show. I did not jaywalk, everybody. Just full disclosure. Um, but yeah, here we have the Capitol Theater. very historic. But yeah, all of this street, all of this prime real estate, I mean, it's dead every day, all day, every day. There's no
So,
commerce.
and so
There's
Patrick,
no,
you grew up there, and when did Scientology arrive there? Has it been there your whole entire life?
yeah, it's been here my entire life. So in 1975, the Church of Scientology actually purchased the Fort Harrison, which will be our end destination, but purchased the Fort Harrison Hotel in 1975, disguising themselves as a religious group of Florida, like a Christian or Baptist group of Florida. And then after the city sold them the Fort Harrison, um, turns out that they were the Church of Scientology and not, in fact, um, this Christian group of investors from Florida. Um, we have this restaurant here, Thai restaurant. Now, mind you, like all of these bars, restaurants, the few that are here, um, this was never here when I was a kid. However, um, all of this stuff is dead. And today's Friday, 6 o'clock almost, and it doesn't matter. I mean, midnight, 1 a.m., prime time for drinking. These places are always dead. So it kind of puzzles me how they stay in business. I feel bad. Um, and then let's see. So this is Fort Harrison in Cleveland. Now, if you see the Starbucks here, that has been there for like 20 years. It's never gone anywhere. That's the only thing left standing from Scientology. Now, I'm going to keep going down Cleveland, down Fort Harrison north, and I'm going to show you guys all of these abandoned buildings. And it's like something out of North Korea, Jason. That's I've never been there. I've
But
seen
wait a
pictures,
second,
I've seen
Patrick.
videos, but
Is this Scientology or is it the pandemic? Because in New York, we have a lot of kind of dilapidated areas and closed down businesses as well. Scientology has done this, you think?
yeah, I mean, so here's the thing, right? Is they bought up all of these buildings, especially during COVID, because they knew that people weren't using them. Now, this is the historic Bank of Clearwater, which the
Hmm.
Church of Scientology has taken over and has turned into a welcome center. And you see the copies of Dianetics right there, right in
Huh.
front, door open. It's a beautiful building. It's about 120 years old, but nothing's going on. They did restore it in 1995. See there, but here we go.
Now
Now
let me
this
ask
is
you
where it
something.
gets weird.
If you turn this phone sideways, do we get a full screen landscape
Yeah,
view?
yeah.
Or
There we go. Is that
nah,
better?
but nah, it doesn't snap to full screen. Leave it vertical.
Okay.
That's all
So
right.
let me see if it let me see if I turn my portrait
Oh,
off.
there you go.
Did that
That's it. Perfect. That's great. We got a
we
nice big view
okay.
now.
So you see all of these empty buildings, nothing going on. Now, mind you, Clearwater is a population of 300,000 people. It's part of the Tampa Bay Metro, which is the 11th largest urban statistical area in the country. Um, all of these buildings are owned by the Church of Scientology, every single one, including this one. Who knows what's going on here? That's why
Well,
I say it looks like North Korea.
why do you
It's
suppose they want all these buildings to be empty? I mean, why don't they put members of Scientology? I mean, they could run businesses there. Why do they want them to be empty? I don't understand what the purpose would be.
well, it's almost like it's like leverage against the city of Clearwater because, for years and years and years, Scientology always had the upper hand on the city, including threatening one of the members, one of the mayors of Clearwater, and the FBI actually had to investigate it. Now, this is the weirdest one by far, Jason. So we see CCTV up there. Now, check out the name of this building, United for Human Rights. It's a dove making human rights a reality, not an idealistic dream. Another CCTV camera there,
Now, so is
and
this
nobody's in
Gabriel
there.
Cazares was the mayor?
Yes, Cazares, yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. And there we have a picture of L. Ron Hubbard on their wall.
Wow.
Let's see. All
Don't
of
get beat up.
all of these buildings have been
Oh,
empty my
33.
entire life.
Building
Yep,
33. It's the
yep.
Happiness Center?
The Way to Happiness, a
Whoa.
common sense guide for better living. So there we have a member up there. I think she's part of the Sea Org, and another CCTV.
The
Um,
Sea Org is
so
an interesting aspect. So you are a Navy veteran. The Sea Org was almost kind of like, didn't L. Ron Hubbard sort of nominate himself
and
admiral or something?
that's a Scientology flyer.
Uh huh.
Now, let's see, another one, girl at the desk.
Tell us a bit of what you know about the Sea Org, Patrick. What was that all about?
So the Sea Org is the central organization, I believe. It's an acronym um, for the members who are in the inner circle, if you will, of Scientology. So these are the members that you see in their uniforms with the vests and the dress shirts, who walk around with manila envelopes, like, they're walking on a New York Stock Exchange floor in the 80s. Um, and they're just going into all these buildings doing God knows what. So, and they're looking at me. So I'm going to get labeled a suppressive person
Right.
due to videos I'm taking.
I'm
But Sea
sure.
Org, these people, they get paid $50 a week, I believe. And they live on Scientology properties.
Hmm. And
So
then
if we
what
see,
are they trying to do? Recruit new members or what?
well, that's the thing too, is if you ask the public affairs lady of Scientology, and we can stop by her office soon. Her name's Pat. Um, this is the Citizens Commission on Human Rights. So there's a theme here. Everything's about human rights and, psychiatry.
I thought
There's some
Tom
L.
Cruise
Ron Hubbard
hates
books.
psychiatry, doesn't he?
Yeah, yeah. It's like, so Dianetics was actually written as a self-help book. And then we have that guy watching me over there across the street. He's got a little walkie-talkie. There's the infamous Scientology cross with the sunbeam behind it, bars on the windows, blued out. And then we have this place, Wise Clearwater,
I wonder
World
how many
Institute.
people knew that they had this almost like Scientology town. I had no idea. When I
Yeah,
lived in LA, Patrick, they have a Scientology celebrity center, which is just a property. It was across the street from my favorite chicken restaurant. So
yeah,
I would see it all
yeah.
the time, but it was just like a castle, and that's it. Here you have a whole kind of downtown that's occupied by Scientology.
Yep. And this is about where it ends. Except on that corner, they own that entire corner as well. You'll see them standing out there, standing guard. Looks like she's on the phone telling her buddies, watch out for
Another
this guy.
33. So are they going to
Uh,
throw you out of here, or what will
well, they
what will
can't. They
happen?
can't. It's a public sidewalk, and you
Mm.
have ex-members, and you have that guy down there still looking at me. He's watching me like a hawk. Um,
Wow.
but you have ex-members. This guy whose page I love, Aaron Smith Levin. He can tell his own story, but he was in Scientology for 30 years or something. He grew up in it, and then he left. So he's persona non grata with Scientology. However, he's out here in front of their headquarters, yelling at them, arguing with them. They dump water on him, so his content's pretty good. Um, but sorry, so like I was saying earlier, I got sidetracked. Scientology claims to have millions of members worldwide. That's what they claim. But in their official records, they only have about 35,000 members worldwide.
Huh. And wasn't it
Yeah,
made illegal in Germany, or some countries said it's illegal, right?
yeah, I believe so. Here, I don't want to get any license plates here. Excuse me, guys, 1 second.
Maybe I'm wrong about that. In Russia,
I think it I
Scientology,
think
it's
it was
Russia.
Germany or
No,
Russia. Okay.
yeah, Russia.
Um,
Scientology is effectively banned through its designation as an undesirable organization. It's interesting. So, what can we say, Patrick, about the history of Scientology with the U.S. intelligence community? Wasn't there some whole incident with the FBI?
yeah, so I mean, they've had nothing but problems with the FBI since their formation. Um, So you have Operation Snow White in the 1970s, where the FBI named Clearwater as a central hub for all of this criminal activity. And Mary Sue Hubbard, L. Ron Hubbard's wife, she was actually arrested and indicted by the FBI. But the weird thing is, L. Ron Hubbard himself was named a non-consequential, non-indicted co-conspirator of
Huh.
Operation Snow White. So L. Ron Hubbard wasn't indicted at all when the FBI
Wow.
came down on them in the 70s. But they do their own intelligence and law enforcement apparatus as well. Scientology has had Operation Normandy, as they called it, where their entire job was to take over a city like Clearwater, Florida, and they did successfully. And then they also tried to infiltrate FBI and CIA, which they also did successfully. So they have always had this parallel, if you will, almost like if CIA was a cult on a cruise. It's weird. It's a weird. And I tell everybody all the time, they're like, oh, Scientology's a cult. And I'm like, no, I think it was a pyramid scheme that's LARPing as a cult, if I'm being honest. But
But
yeah,
that
and then, in
minimizes it because,
2013,
well, sorry to interrupt, but the pyramid scheme cult thing sort of minimizes it because there really is an intelligence component to it.
yeah. And, if you watch some of these documentaries like Louis Theroux's My Scientology movie, they show their surveillance and intelligence apparatus on full display, stalking members, finding them in airports, threatening them, taking videos of them outside their home, killing pets. They've killed people's dogs and cats, threatened people's
Wow.
wives and girlfriends, husbands, boyfriends. So, they might have toned down on that a little bit. But in 2013, the FBI raided the home of David Miscavige and the Church of Scientology because he was accused of human trafficking. And Leah Remini, the actress, she talks about this at length, um, and it's just it's wild. It's what they've done to this city, basically holding it hostage through real estate, and it's a shame, really. We have a tight little alley there.
So when you say holding it hostage through real estate, I mean, what do you mean? Are they doing something with the taxes, or how do they hold it hostage?
Well, because that's the thing. So in 1994, with their people on the inside of IRS, CIA, FBI, Treasury Department, what they did is they lobbied and threatened and blackmailed in order to get their 1994 tax exempt status as a
Oh,
5013C. And they had this massive, very gross and grandiose celebration. I think we met a fellow traveler, Jason.
who you got? Oh, yeah. Oh, what's this guy say? He's got the hat.
Hey
He's
man,
dressed like L. Ron Hubbard.
we're doing a podcast to about 100,000 followers about Scientology. We love your sign though, man. Can we use? Yeah, we're locked. You're protesting? I was wondering. No, Jason. No.
Can't hear him that well.
Okay, thank you, man. Hold on one second. So basically what this guy is saying is that there's an organized protest going on at the headquarters in about 10 minutes,
Oh,
and that they
wow.
do this every Friday.
Oh,
And if you
wow.
guys notice, he has this brilliant captain's hat on as kind of a middle finger to L. Ron Hubbard, I imagine. Oh, yeah. So we did meet a fellow traveler out here, Jason. So
Patrick,
I
this
was
is
telling,
so good because in 10 minutes, people are going to be able to join us for the sponsor exclusive segment. You're going to
we're on
cover
X.
this protest over there at the Scientology headquarters, and people are going to be able to join us by sponsoring you on substack.com/@ Single Company, and that's spelled with an X. People who are
Yes, sir.
sponsoring Crowdsource the Truth will be able to watch on crowdsourcethetruth.substack.com or subscribestar.com or patreon.com/crowdsource the truth.
Because no, they I streamed stuff too while we're out here, so I thought maybe
So we'll follow all that.
Yeah.
What else is this guy telling you, Patrick?
So I mean, we can ask him. We can get it straight from the horse's mouth if he
It's hard to
agrees
hear
and
him,
you want
though.
to hear it.
Yeah, I
Jason?
mean, if he wants to talk, but it's hard to hear him because I think maybe you got
Okay.
earbuds in.
I'll give him the mic.
Yeah, do that if you can. Let's see
Okay.
what he has to say.
Do you want to talk about? Oh, you don't mind? He does not mind. All right, here we go. If you want to hold there. They can hear me, right?
Yes. Frame him up a little bit. There you go.
Why you're here? What you guys are doing? What's your gripe against the Church of Scientology? Yeah.
We can't hear him.
Oh.
For some reason, we can't hear him. Very strange. I think we must be getting sound from your earbuds, Patrick, and not from that thing.
Okay, give me 1 second, Jason. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, yes. So let's not troubleshoot the technology now, but we've got this guy. We've seen him on camera. Let's stay with you. And this is great, though. In the
we'll
future,
be back, man. We'll meet you down there.
We'll work out some other system for multiple microphones. It is complicated. I know a lot of people see me walking around doing these on-location podcasts. It only looks easy, Patrick.
Yeah. Here, I'm gonna try something real quick. All right.
But this is a good view for people to see. I've never been to, I did go to Clearwater, but not downtown. There used to be a company manufacturing 3D glasses, and I think it was in Clearwater, Florida. But I've never been to this sort of Scientology city.
Yeah, and it's a shame because it's such a beautiful town. I mean, at least it was before Scientology got here. It was historically a beach town, a spring break destination. I'm actually going to go across the street, Jason, and I'm going to show you guys their welcome center. They're one that's closer to home here.
And so, Patrick, you were born kind of like the late 90s, right? And this city was already taken over by Scientology then?
Precisely, yep. It was taken over in 1975.
And it's always been like this, or it was vibrant when you were younger and now it's like this? Whoops, we lost you there.
It had a lot more color, a lot more life. Not so much hustle and bustle, but definitely, more people, more family friendly, more professionals, more companies moving in. And, since Scientology came in, really, they've invested $2 billion into real estate down here in Clearwater.
Now, we lost your video feed there. I think you might have hit the camera button on Zoom.
Oh, give me 1 second here.
Yeah, no problem. In just about 2 minutes, we're going to switch over to our sponsor exclusive segment. People are going to be able to join us there on subscribestar.com and patreon.com/crowdsource the truth, crowdsource the truth.substack.com. People who are following me on X at JG_CSTT will be able to get it there. And I really encourage people to follow Patrick on substack.com/single company, and single is spelled with an X. So what do we got there? The county seat? What does that mean?
Yeah, so Clearwater is actually, they were the first county seat of Pinellas County, Florida. That now belongs to St. Petersburg. Actually, no, Clearwater still owns it. So in the 1920s, Clearwater became the largest county seat for Pinellas County, Florida. More CCTV owned by Scientology. So this entire corner, this entire building, these units, all owned by the Church of Scientology, but it is operated by the city, owned by the city, operated by Scientology, where
Ah,
they're allowed to basically do whatever they want, indoctrinate whoever they want.
wow.
Um,
Well, Patrick,
and
let's
we
do this because we're butting up against time here, and you're about to go to the protest that Captain whatever his name is just told you is going to happen. So people are going to be able to see that on the sponsor exclusive segment. Join us on Substack and Subscribestar and Patreon and all the different channels. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. We'll be right back in 5 minutes. Stay with us.